Welcome to the Make Every Day Amazing podcast. Do you want to do more with your life, but you feel the cards have been stacked against you? Once you learn that things happen for you, not to you, you can begin to see your own transformation in the mirror, and the people around you will know that you're on fire. This podcast will show you a whole new outlook on life and set you up for success. Your host, Todd will help you make every day amazing.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's a beautiful day. Another amazing day here in central Indiana. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's Saturday. And boy, we got hit with about 6 inches of snow last night. But today it has turned out to be a beautifully sunny day. You know, it is, I don't know, that's part of the beauty of Indiana, I think. You know, honestly. And that's what I wanted to talk about today, was being able to quickly adapt and overcome. Things change. Life changes, you know? And I think the Indiana weather is a perfect example for that. You know, we were, decently warm last week. We were in the 40s. And then Thursday, I guess, they started saying, it's gonna be a little bit of snow come in. Maybe, up to 2 inches of snow on Friday. And then Friday morning, they said, well, we think we're going to raise that a little bit. We think we're going to get 3 or 4 inches of snow. And then all of a sudden, Summitville has 6 inches. And other areas, have seen 6, 7 inches of snow here. And, it just literally brought almost everything to a grinding halt on Friday night because nobody was prepared for it, and I think that's such an important message that not just weather, but life in general, we have to be able to be prepared and we have to adapt and overcome. Excuse me. I've been sick this last week a little bit again, and man, it's still got me a little bit. But in life, things change. Things do not always happen the way we want them to, or the way we expect things to happen. And we have to be able to adapt and overcome those things. And that is, I'm not going to say it's an easy feat. That is something that takes practice, and people have to learn that skill. That's something that takes practice, and you have to, over time, learn how to adapt to changes of events and life's happenings. I know in my full-time job, I work with a lot of young people, and things will happen, whether we're at Scream Park or out at the paintball venue. Excuse me. And, they'll call me in a panic. And I'll be like, okay, it's not that big of a deal. We'll deal with it. We'll overcome. And we'll put an action plan together real quick here, and we'll deal with it. And, so many times, that's a skill that you cannot be taught. That is only a skill that you master through practicing and remaining calm. And one of the exercises, one of the things that I've done, and I've done this for years, and being in public safety, a police officer, and responding on the ambulance and the fire department, I've seen a lot of things in my life, and I've learned that, most incidents are not that big of an incident. And we all adapt and we overcome these things. And 9 times out of 10, we're able to successfully see our way through a change or an event, something unexpected that occurs, because we remain calm. And we make rational decisions. And one of the best pieces of advice that I can give to any person getting ready to go into law enforcement or public safety, first responder, or just life in general, before you have to make a quick decision, stop, take a deep breath, and then make your plan and execute. And I think that is so important. So very important. And I'm going to say that again. When something unexpected happens, stop, take a deep breath, formulate your plan, and then execute. And that I don't care what the event is. And when I say I don't care what the event is, I mean from an extreme event. You're at a place, you're at a venue, a mall, a restaurant, and even if an active shooter occurs, before you panic, take a deep breath, oxygenate that brain, then make your decision on what you're going to do. There's going to be experts out there and first responders that will hear that message I just said and will argue with me on it. I know. They'll say, "Oh, you don't have time to take that breath. You've got to hide or run or fight instantly." I'm not saying you don't, by any means. But I'm saying take that deep breath, oxygenate your brain so that you're making a good, rational decision that you're trained to do. And that goes to life as well. I don't care if you're having a conversation with an employee, your supervisor, your spouse. When things start getting emotional, take a deep breath before you execute and say something. When you have that clear mind, your brain up here is going to allow you to process things much more clearly. Okay? Our brain requires oxygen. Okay? And the more oxygen we're able to provide to our brain is the more clearly that we're going to be thinking. And at a time when we need to make rational, good, conscientious decisions is a time that we need to have our brain fully oxygenated. Okay? So when you get into one of those situations, whether it's emotional, an argument, or a disagreement, or you're needing to make a very important decision, make sure that you're taking time. Take that deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Then make that decision. You will find that making that decision with the oxygenated brain will be that much more correct, will be that much more logical, and in the end will make a better decision for your future. Okay? So when you need to make that one of those important life decisions, whether it's an active shooter situation or a disagreement at home or at work, take time to take that breath. Oxygenate the mind. Then execute your plan. All right? I hope this finds you in a great spot today. I hope you've listened. I hope you understand. Please, for me, take time, scroll down, like or follow wherever you're getting your podcast, and make sure you smash the stars. Give me a 5-star review or give me a rating. That helps other amazing people just like you make every day amazing. Have a good one, guys. And that's a wrap. Another episode of the Make Every Day Amazing podcast is in the books. Thanks a million for tuning in. Before you go, could you do me a quick favor? Head over to iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcast and drop a rating for the show. Your feedback helps amazing people just like you discover this podcast. Speaking of amazing people, are you the next amazing success story in the making? If you're ready to tackle life and its lessons both personally and professionally, get on my calendar by going to speakwithtodd.com. Together, we're going to build you a path to success. Are you ready to jump on board? I'll see you on the next Make Every Day Amazing podcast.